We are living in a time where spirituality and religion, though they can go hand in hand, are often in conflict with one another. And I want to share with you a interesting point of view about spirituality and how it actually permeates all things. There is no one on this planet, there is no one in this universe that isn't spiritual. We are all spiritual. We are all on the spiritual journey. Whether or not somebody is conscious or unconscious of that journey is a different story. But ultimately, we are all here to achieve a level of awakening, right? We're all here to understand and realize who we are. And though for many of us who identify as being spiritual, we are not one to really follow dogma and doctrines and religions because we find that it doesn't really allow us to fully be ourselves. Whereas on the other hand, though many people may villainize religion, understand that it does have its place. Because though there are a lot of people who are coming into an awakening right now where they trust what their soul and what their spirit is telling them, and they are following their intuition, they're following their guts, they're following their heart and their minds, we have another group of people who likes the structure. They like understanding and reading something and also having a community of people who supposedly follow the same instructions. So when we think about religion, understand that religion is just a simpler form, a very structured form of spirituality. And though spirituality can definitely be a part of religion, there are many people who are religious who don't tap in consciously to the spiritual aspects of that religion. So you can have people who are very spiritual, but don't have structure, routine, they don't have the discipline. And then you have those people who are religious, they have the structure, they have the routine, but they aren't really connected with themselves. So spiritual people are really connecting with who they are, but they lack the integrity, so to speak, to continue or to put in the effort or the work or the discipline to continue on a particular kind of technique or method or way of thinking or concept or theory where they just kind of all over the place. And in this world, there's so much information that one can feel like they're just lost, right? But even though spirituality isn't necessarily about having this structure, is more of a mindset, is more of a feeling, an idea of really connecting with self. So though a person could go through many different books and theories and methodologies and techniques, as long as that person is truly finding connection within themselves and finding fulfillment and happiness, then their journey is one that is valuable and one that is giving them something that they can actually use and evolve and realize, come to a self-realization with, whereas people who are on this religious journey, they will decide and stick to this one particular theory, right? One particular theology. And oftentimes, unfortunately, that is something that is passed down from their parents. They didn't actually investigate and look at all of the many different religions and choose for themselves, which I think is unfortunate because all religions are essentially beautiful when you get down to the core of what they are teaching. But unfortunately, people are programmed to believe this is the right one without any idea as to what the other religions will discuss. And many people who are spiritual may actually explore all of those religions. That was my journey. I actually explored many religions, and then I came to an awakening, a realization that they were all essentially saying the same thing. And then that led me onto my spiritual journey of just simply trusting my own integrity, my heart, my feelings, and my understandings of what I saw amongst people and the universe as a whole. But understand that religion, though it is, often seen as something that is corrupted, it used to control people, ultimately, the root of it is fundamentally something that is structured and simple for people to understand. And that is the benefit of religion. Now, yes, at some point, you want to go beyond that, go past that, and not look at what you read in a book as something that is, locked in and literal, but understand that there's going to be things that you experience that are going to be unique for you. And this is when we start to go into the spiritual journey, because there are no two Christians that are alike. There are no two Muslims that are alike. Every single person, though they may identify with being the same religion with another person, they will worship and they will take their spiritual journey or their religious journey. They would do it completely different than the other person. Nobody does things the same. Nobody has the same journey. And once you start to realize that, then that takes you on the spiritual journey. And so see that religion is the beginning. It is like the basic level of spirituality. And I think that was the ultimate purpose behind religion, is to get people who need the structure and need to be instructed and told what to do, to have a basic template of where to start. And once you go deep into where to start and you have evolved past it to a degree, or if you come to your own awakening as to your personal connection with that template, then you begin to go into the spiritual realm where you start to understand what's going on within you. You start to realize the power of consciousness, your spirit, your heart, and then you start to take and identify taking your own individual journey. You see, so understand that though religion has a bad rep, and spirituality is, very popular and common now, they both do have their place. And you have to understand that if you are somebody who goes back and forth between the two and you feel like there is a conflict, it's not. Anything that you feel connects you with the source, connects you with the universe, connects you with you. Trust in that and allow it and continue to do it. Eventually, you may go into another place. You may continue your journey and discover other things. But if you find fulfillment in what you're doing now, then continue to do it. But it's important to realize that religion does have a place. Unfortunately, it's been used to take advantage of people, corrupt people, take money from people. And we have to get to the source of the intention behind it. And once we get to the source of the intention behind it, then we can use it to actually allow us to bring growth and expansion to us along this spiritual journey. Hope that helps. Thank you so much, and continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.